having been brought near to God by the liturgy, by the sacraments, that we share in the divine life. And so we leave this place different. Having received the sacraments, having received from the nearness of God in the holy place, we become holy and are able to take that holiness out of this place and into the world. When Paul says, be reconciled to God, he doesn't mean the momentary transaction where we are forgiven and made friends with God, but he means the whole of a reconciled life. The whole of our life is reconciled to the life of heaven. And as reconciled, spirit-soaked human beings, we become sacramental gifts to others in the world. The other night I racked my brain trying to find the source for a quotation. I've seen it all over Facebook for a couple of months now. And it was something like this, that if you cannot see Jesus in the beggar at the doors of the church, you will not find Jesus in the chalice as you commune. And it's always quoted that it's from John Chrysostom, the famous early Christian saint who gave us so much of our Christian life and our Christian liturgy. Well, John Chrysostom didn't say that. I found that out for certain. But John Chrysostom did say this, and the sentiments are very much the same. He's talking about the Eucharist and talking about the way the Eucharist leads to a certain kind of behavior in the world, especially toward people who are poor. He says this, what is the use of his table being full of golden cups? And John Chrysostom was the bishop at Hagia Sophia in Constantinople, in Turkey. Giant Christian church, one of the great wonders of the Christian world, Hagia Sophia. So he had a big church with lots of golden cups to share with lots of communicants on the altar. He says, what is the use of this table, the altar, being full of golden cups, while Jesus perishes with hunger in the life of the poor? First, Chrysostom says, fill him who is hungry, and then abundantly deck out his table also. Do you make him a cup of gold, while you fail to give him a cup of cold water? And what is the use of that, Chrysostom asks. Do you provide cloths bespangled with gold for his table, while you fail to give himself so much as the necessary covering? Chrysostom is saying, much like Jesus, much like Isaiah, much like St. Paul, that the purpose of our liturgical life is the saturation and overflow into our lives, and that we can't have one without necessarily having the other. Lent is about a time of pushing the grace of God that we receive in such abundance here in this liturgical space out into our lives in the world. So take that as your theme for Lent and make it a holy Lent, one that is glorifying to God and one that does much good in the world. Amen.